morning. So I just watched Valley of the Dolls and I'm in kind of this weird spot with it and I want to talk about it and see who's not connecting, me or the movie. So Valley of the Dolls is a 1967 movie starring Barbara Parkins, Patty Duke, and Sharon Tate as three women who are navigating show business as they deal with love, loss, addiction, and more. So first things first, my interest in this movie was honestly very surface level. I only wanted to watch this movie essentially because of edits of Sharon Tate in the movie that I saw on TikTok, and that was it. That was my only interest. So first things first, the women in this movie are absolutely gorgeous. I loved the hair and the makeup and the costuming. This movie really honestly shines if you want to watch beautiful people be miserable for 2 hours. So there's that. So when it comes to the movie itself, this is where I feel really torn. On one hand, I can see this movie, and I haven't read the book, by the way, talking about how difficult it was to be a woman in show business back then, because the entire time these women are treated as objects and commodities. No one really cares about them. They honestly just care about like their measurements and things like that. These women are young and they're constantly made victims of ageist comments and are being threatened by those around them constantly with being replaced by a younger girl, making it seem as if their worth is in what they look like, what their measurements are, and how young they are. And on that front, this movie made me really sad. I was not having a good time. Now, on the other hand, I also see this movie as unnecessarily long and a little bit dramatic at random times. I saw a little bit of discussion online about how this movie is supposed to be campy, and I think that's actually the reason why I struggled with it. Because I think camp in 1967 is a lot different than camp today. So while it had its like extravagant over the top moments, it really wasn't enough for me to be like obsessed about it or really get that feeling of camp. But I also do have to remind myself that, it was a product of the time. This is 1967 that we're talking about. So I unfortunately think this movie just really didn't hit for me. I felt bad for these women, but this movie also had a lot of scenes of just people talking and not doing. And a lot of those scenes just went on for like way too long. So overall, I really didn't connect with this movie the way that I thought that I would, which is a bummer, but I guess they can't all be winners, right? But I think I just was bummed out because I saw so much discussion online and saw people absolutely obsess over this movie. So I kind of thought that I would too, because that does kind of typically tend to happen with me. And I'm kind of thinking maybe I just didn't get it, or maybe I don't have a great understanding of camp, or both. Two things can be true at the same time. So I do want to give this movie a 5 out of 10. It wasn't my favorite, but I have heard that Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, which came out 3 years later, is actually better and significantly campier. So I did decide to add that to my movie list, and maybe when I get to that one on my list, I'll have a better time.